During the course of trying to film this video 3 times, my phone has told me I should just stop filming because of storage, my tripod has broken on me, and I have done 3 parts of this video that I now have to kind of backtrack and say, hey, to save time for you, I've already done my foundation, concealer and eyebrows, because why would you guys want to see it when really I did film them intending to keep them in the video, but all 3 of those shots were terrible. So, hi, welcome back to my channel. It is this lovely Sunday. I'm so happy to be here. And for today's video, I'm going to be doing a makeup challenge. Now, if my editing works, I'm now going to put the photo up on the screen of what I would like to recreate, which is this. If not, that's really embarrassing, and I am just pointing to my face. So, I have been on TikTok a lot recently, and on my For You page, there is a lot of girls doing really cool experimental makeup. And I am not the type of girl to do that kind of makeup, so I thought, why not try it? I have saved a few photos over the time that I've thought to myself, oh, on a night out, I will try and do that makeup. However, I've just never got around to it, or I've been way too scared, and I've just gone back to my usual kind of bronzed, glowy makeup, and that's all I ever do. I will probably try and insert a couple of photos so you can see how much I really don't experiment with my going out makeup. This is partly because over time, I feel like everyone who does makeup can relate to this, but I feel like I have mastered my makeup, what works for my face, and what makes me feel pretty. So the idea of experimenting with that really scares me because I think, well, why would I mess with that? But today we are going to mess with that. If I really like the makeup that I try and recreate, then maybe I will one day step out of the house with that makeup on, and I'll just have to tell myself, it'll be dark in the club, it's fine. However, today's the day we experiment and find out. So I'm going to try and experiment with the blue look. Blue is an interesting colour because I, for one, don't really do colour at all. My clothes are all black or white. My hair has actually been the only ever colourful thing I have, and maybe that's where I've taken the plunge into the colour world by having crazy coloured hair. But I've recently enjoyed having natural hair with a bit of a kind of quirkiness to it. So let's go. I have done my foundation, concealer and eyebrows, partly because I think it would save some time. I am kind of grateful you guys don't have to watch that bit, but also I did try and film it, it wasn't great. So we can now go on to eyes. I have a Morphe palette, shock. I got this for Christmas a couple of years ago and I'm so grateful for it because like all of my friends had Morphe and I didn't, and obviously sharing eye products is a little bit risque, so I was glad to get my own, and it does have a blue section. This is the 39A palette, so it kind of has a little bit of everything, and as you can probably tell, this middle section is my all-time go-to Holy Grail section. This bottom row here, definitely not. So, we're gonna try some blue makeup. This is very strange, and oh, this means I'm gonna have to clean my brushes. Okay, it's fine. We're gonna take a deep breath. We're going to go for it. We're going to look like Sofia Zamora after this, however you say her name. I'm so sorry if I butchered that, but let's just get stuck into it. I would also like to apologise here and now for if I'm using the wrong brushes to do a certain section, or if the technique I'm using makes you want to cry. I am so sorry. I don't normally do that kind of crazy shapes and stuff around my eyes because partly I have the eyes of an owl. I have been told that by a boy at school and it really helped my self-confidence. So this is going to be as much of a horrible experience for you as it is for me. I have a mirror just behind my phone, so if I'm having that kind of glazed over expression and I'm looking off into the distance, it's because I'm looking into a mirror. So, do we just go for it? Yeah. Okay, so I am actually just gonna go in with the blue because why not? I'm going to assume we start out here and I'm going to make a line. And that's it for today's video. That was really fun. This is really... Okay. I actually don't know what to do. Do we go up here? Will this makeup even work for me? Because I have very round eyes, so do I need the extra roundness? Will I look like a clown? What I'll probably try and do is one eye and then off camera do the other eye, because my phone might dislike this whole experience as much as we all do, so... It's a process that we all have to be a part of. I didn't even put primer on. Because I don't do my eyes that often, I don't have products that will help this experience feel any better. So I don't have eye primer. I know some people put concealer on, and I have tried that in the past, but maybe it's just the products I use, but it doesn't seem to kind of sit very well on my eyes, and it ends up being a little bit just like sticky and horrible. Maybe that's the whole point. Oh, okay. I think as well, what I can take away from this is, even if the blue makes me feel uncomfortable, I could always try this with pinks or purples or anything like that, because they're the type of colours that I did used to actually try and wear out, especially in first year. I loved kind of having very red eyeshadow. This is when I was going through my like Adore Delano phase, but yeah, I just didn't ever think blue was my kind of colour. But I could be wrong, because I know that when you have certain eye colours, certain eyeshadows complement that, and so you've just kind of, I guess, got to learn what works for you. But it's this bit that I don't know how I'm going to do. How, because I'm filming on my phone, I don't actually have a reference photo. I've suddenly gone very, like, shaky. Am I that emotional about this experience? Should be. When you look like this. Do I just blend? I hope my, like, future partner sees this and just thinks, it's nice, isn't it? It's cute that she's got a hobby. Okay, it's not actually as terrible as I thought. It's not great. This isn't anything to brag about. But what, I'm just going to fill it in. Just going to fill it in. Will this come off? Does blue come off? Oh my god, I thought that was eyeshadow then, but it's just my spot. That's genuine then. I got like worried. I was like, how did I get blue on my nostril? Also, you'll be able to see what my real makeup expressions are when you're like, I don't know why I just did that. Can you see how like anxious I'm getting with this whole experience? Because I feel like, even though I know this is my channel and I do have full control over what goes out, I want to come across like real and natural and a bit authentic. So you're going to have to see me have a breakdown of, I just looked at myself. So yeah, I feel like it's only fair that you see the actual experience of this. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to make that so it's not such a horrific thing. You know what, maybe I'm not meant to look like that girl in the picture. Maybe the result isn't meant to be so forgiving. Maybe this is the makeup I wear when I'm going to certain clubs where everyone's a little bit experimental and everyone's a little bit quirky and crazy. Maybe I'm meant to go somewhere that's pitch black. I don't know. I need to get a little bit more. And I've basically got 6 different shades of blue in this palette. So this is going to be my base. And then I'm going to try and make it look a little bit prettier with some of the sparkly blues and stuff, if this can be made pretty. But now I'm going to fill it out, make it a little bit less patchy, and then I am going to blend it just a little bit. So, or do I? I think the whole point of this is that it's not so sharp. The thing is, as well, I think like most people, I am my own worst critic. I'm sure I've said this before. This isn't terrible. I know it isn't. And I know some people will be lovely enough to say, or I'd like to think some people will be lovely enough to say, you've done an actual good job. It's just because you've never done this before. No one's going to say that. Who am I kidding? It's purely because I think the type of like models and girls that I follow on Instagram always just do the bronzy, dewy, kind of natural glow makeup. And so I've convinced myself that because I follow all of these types of girls and they're the type of girls I wish I looked like, that I can only do that type of makeup to look like them. Whereas actually, I do actually follow girls that have quite similar features to me, where it's like dark haired features, big dark eyes, olivey tan skin. So I'm not that far off these girls that I follow. I just convince myself that they're so much more prettier than me because they are. When actually, if I did my makeup just that little bit similar to them anyway, I wouldn't be that far off. Does that make sense? I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, I think I've just always been scared to do this kind of makeup because of what I see on social media and the type of girls that I see on a night out who look stunning, and you know, they're the ones that seem to get all the attention, and I'm just like, maybe if I look like them I'll get some attention too, but I don't know. I'm not mad at that shape at all. I'm going to fill it out just a little bit more, and then I'm also going to do my other eye, and then I will come back to you looking interesting, I think we can say. I don't know whether to get a little bit cocky about this or just, I don't know, like, I don't hate it. I don't love it just yet, but in terms of this is the first time I've done a shape like this, I'm not mad at myself. I'm just, I don't know, I'm really confused. Basically, what I've tried to do is slightly ombre it. And by that, I just mean I've patted on more eyeshadow on the edges and just tried to blend it out a little bit. And then on the insides, I've left it at just one layer of blue eyeshadow so I can add this colour in. Because I think if I can add a little bit of a pale blue, it will not look as crap, but I don't know. So I'm taking a smaller Morphe brush. These were kindly donated to me by my friend, by the way, so shout out to him. He knows who he is. And I'm just taking this blue and I'm just going to pat it into the inner corner. Now, because obviously it is paler than the blue that I already have on, it won't show up immensely, but because I don't want to kind of practice with the concealer as well today, because I'm just not there yet, I just want to do it as just kind of a subtle blue rather than a cut crease. I know what that word means. So now the next question I have for myself is, do I take it on my lower lash line? Because for me, my kind of one rule with makeup is whatever goes on the top lid goes on the bottom lash line, just because I feel like it makes my whole look a bit more cohesive. However, is that because I don't have the photo? I really should have looked at the photo properly before I started this, but I don't know whether it will completely ruin the look or whether it will really help make the look. I'm scared to try if I'm wrong, because then I'll have to kind of wipe some bits off and it might affect this masterpiece. However, maybe I should just go for it and kind of build on it rather than go full throttle. So I don't know whether this looks good or not. The lighting isn't great, so I know that's not helping, but have I kind of done this eye? We're just going to talk about this eye because I'm really proud. This eye is like the, I don't know how to phrase this without being rude. No, we're not going to be rude. This eye is just the less kind of fortunate looking eye, and this eye is the one that we're kind of a little bit proud of. So I'm going to subtly take whatever's left on this brush and just put it on my lower lash line. I'm not going to add any more product, but I'm just going to kind of really lightly dust it on the lower lash line, because I know that just having a bit of darkness underneath will help rather than it being so broken apart. but this is going to be all I do, I think. And obviously once we've added a little bit of eyeliner and mascara, this will help a lot. I know it will. But for now, I think I am happy. Am I? Or am I just justifying what I've just done to my face? It's not... We can say it's like a little bit Art Deco. Not Art Deco. Poirot would not accept this. Like pop art? I don't know. Is it? Or is it just rubbish? I don't know. Okay. Let's stop being self-deprecating and let's just go with it. So, I just can't stop staring at it. I think the next thing I'm going to do is my bronzer, because I know that once I've contoured my face, it will help me get a better idea of the shape, because mascara is one of the last things I do with my makeup, because I feel like that really helps make a look. So I'm going to do my bronzer and probably try and just finish off my face, and then I will go back to the eyes and do any sort of like finishing touches that I think will help in general. Yes, boys, we found it. So this is the one I carry around with me, and this one is actually sharpened, so it won't cut my lips up. So let's try again. Now I have put the lipstick on, what I do is basically just go over where my lip liner is and just try and make it look a bit more dramatic, because obviously now they've kind of blended together and the effect has just gone a little bit. Not my best efforts, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit sad that I bragged about that so much and it's come out not great. I think it's because my lips are so dry. Maybe it'll help once I put some Carmex on. This has just turned into such a trial and error video. If I kind of moisten the lips up a bit. Nope, still shit. Sorry. Maybe this is what I just have to accept is the finished makeup look. Am I happy with it? I'm not mad at it, actually. Looking at this whole experience and these past 20 minutes or so that we've spent together, I'm not mad at it. Say this is the first time I've ever done this kind of makeup. I think this is something that I would wear if I was going to like a drag show. I feel like that's where I'd be kind of more accepted and this kind of makeup would be celebrated, which is lovely. And I would say they're the type of venues that I like to kind of experiment a bit more with my makeup because everyone does it, and it just looks cool. But maybe if I try this with a slightly different colour or with a bit more practice, it will be a look that I'm a bit less afraid to do, I guess. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take some photos, maybe put a nice top on or just do something with the nest on my head, and try and take some cool like aesthetic photos. And then I'm going to try and do like, I'll show you the original photo that I tried to base this look off of, and then I'll show you my photo. Again, whether or not the photo was there, I don't know. Maybe I was just posing and looking like an idiot, but oh well. I guess while I have you here, I should say thank you for watching and thank you for coming back, because I have kind of taken 2 weeks off, partly down to the fact that I didn't have internet at the flat. We were busy with the flat and I just didn't kind of think to pick my camera up or pick my phone up and film people. I was enjoying kind of just being reunited with my friends again, and again didn't just want to pick up my camera and film them or film whatever we were doing. And I also just kind of lost, I don't know, the interest to do it. A couple of times I would just think, well, what should I film today? And I just didn't think of anything, so I didn't want to waste my time or waste your time by filming something that just wasn't worth it. However, I have really enjoyed today's video, and so I think I might try and do like a makeup video for the next few weeks. Maybe I will do the same thing where I look at a photo and try and recreate it, because yeah, I've had a lot of fun. And if I just look at this side, I still have something in my eye, by the way. Ew. No, that was terrible. I don't know why I did that. Now I've hate myself. So I'm not mad at it, and if the sun was to go down it would look a lot better. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you all so much, and I can see this channel growing just that little bit every week, so I'm really appreciating everyone putting the effort in just to like and subscribe. It's really fun, and I will see you in my next video. Ta-da!